yeah, I think we were like, okay, she needs a transitional season because she just was this little girl and she still mentally, you know, missed out on all those years of experience. So she has this naivety to her, and yeah. So, but it does come. It's easy for me because it's not, like I said, it's not far from who I am.
I can vouch for that. When she comes on set, it's good times. it's fun. She's a fun person.
Thanks, Drew.
Yeah, good.
Hi, over here.
Just totally mean it.
Hi, my name is Lily. I'm almost 15. I'm from Detroit, and I was wondering, do you guys have any offset moments with each other that you remember, or just some of the most fun you've had with your cast?
You know, we have a lot of fun at these kind of things. Happy birthday to everybody, you. Congratulations.
And
Happy birthday.
Bring us cake. Don't sing it if you ain't got it. We have a lot of fun at these things, at the press things, which can be pretty full on. Like last year at Comic-Con, we were just like this amoeba of, I don't know how many of us there were, and other actors and people were looking like we would just load off the bus, and then this big group would go into the thing, and they try and squeeze us into it's the Entertainment Tonight thingy, and we're all like, hey, but we had such a good time because we
had 11 cast members.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, 11 cast members.
Like that.
Yeah, they didn't
and
have.
every other show had like 2.
Yeah.
And we had 11.
Yeah. So, or things like this or whatever. Like those are the moments that I remember the most. We don't get to all work together very often. There was one time last year where a scene in the bar.
In the Sirens.
Yeah, in the Sirens, where we were almost all working, and that was great.
it was so fun.
Yeah.
And also, whenever we can, we'd like to get together to watch episodes together, because it's way more fun.
Did that live Tweety thing.
Yeah.
See, is that the way you said?
Tweety.
So have you all been a part of projects or worked on other things where everyone went their separate ways at the end of the day? And if so, what
virtually every show I've ever done is like, you know, there's always a nightmare. Someone throws the toys out the pram, always. And on this show, everyone is.
Hold on, he meant throw the toys out of the stroller. That's what a pram is. For you.
No, but this show people, there's genuine love on our show, and that people we work very hard. We shoot at incredible speed. You know, we take it very seriously, but we're very supportive and very loving of each other, and that really helps. And not one bad egg in our show. And funny enough, if someone starts,
there's that one
bad egg.
Yeah.
Who is it?
Stop talking about me.
To me. No, we're very lucky. We're blessed. We've got a fantastic company. I don't know if you guys have met any of the other people, like beautiful Robin Lord Taylor, Ben, Marina. It goes on Donald Logue. Bless you, Donald Logue.
Cam Bam.
Yeah, and everyone. We're one of the most wonderful casts I've ever worked with. I had the pleasure of working with. Really.
Thank you. Let's go over here. What's your name? Where are you from?
Jeremy from Memphis.
When I was walking in Memphis, walking with my feet 10 feet off the bill. Keep going. Walking in Memphis, do you really feel the way I feel? Yeah. What's up?
It's not what I came to do. Any theories on how the show, or if the show will choose how to explain how Jim Gordon will later decide to name his daughter Barbara after dating such a psycho?
Don't talk about my girlfriend like that.
Mary's gonna get snippy.
There's so many different canons. I think that's that we shepherded superbly by Jeff Johns. But there's so many different canons, different variants. It's a very good question, very valid question. But nothing necessarily needs to adhere to it. It is our interpretation of that world. So what names and words coincide. Could they be or could they not be? And that's, in a way, the point of our show, really. But it's a valid point, but not necessarily. It's a weird one, isn't it?
It's driven me crazy since like the first, since it started. It's like, how in the world can you do that?
Yeah.
Like this.
But also,
maybe,
maybe we'll find out in season 4.
Maybe you face your fears that way. It's like, okay, you know what? Right. I'll show you.
I like that.
Go the other way. Lean into it.
Yeah, because I know Gordon is one of those guys who's he's not afraid of a lot, and so I think maybe to show or maybe Barbara could become good again, and then they can get really close, and then begin something. I'm just making up stuff. I don't know anything.
This is scatting.
By the way, cut to tomorrow in the Hollywood Reporter. David Mazouz, just like the Harley Quinn rumor he started
my
last
gosh.
time.
Don't you, Drew? Don't you start.
We kept that rumor going in Portland, didn't we?
Oh,
David, that is all I've heard lately about people coming up to me and saying, David said.
I
didn't say anything.
I texted him when I read it. I'm like, wait a minute, what did I miss?
Thanks for humoring me.
Maybe it's his mom's name.
Maybe he just really likes the name Barbara.
Go over here. Please say your name is Barbara.
I'm what? Yeah.
Oh, it is now. What's your question?
I'm Abby and I'm from Tennessee. My question is in the season finale of season 3, my question is for you were introduced as a new character, and me myself, I was wondering so much of how much of a character you're going to become, and I thought it was just so cool, and I was just wondering how it felt, and how long have you known, or if it was like a surprise of.
Was you
I
talking to
think
me?
that's for you.
Because your microphone cut out when you said this question
Who
is
is
for.
that question for?
Drew.
Okay, thank you. I thought so. You know, I gotta tell you, the producers give us stuff on a need-to-know basis. So oftentimes we know very little, and so yeah, you know, certainly that was not something I knew going in, and but. You know, who knows what's going to happen, but I can tell you that was a cool twist at the end that I didn't see coming, and I think it's going to be fun to reveal what happens in season 4.
Yeah.
I wish I could tell you more later, but listen, let's go have coffee. I'll give you the whole scoop. Yeah, as long as you promise not to tell anyone.
Okay.
Did anyone else have to like take a long walk after that season finale? Because I messaged Drew and I was like, I'm crying right now. I don't know what just happened. Obviously you can't tell me, but I'm sobbing. I'm crying. And then with the whole Alfred thing, I needed a very long walk after that episode. It was
2 hours.
Yeah.
I mean, what's funny though, I was saying this to somebody else, how I would get the text or the tweets were like, no! And then 10 minutes later, wait, what?
A lot of people died, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Hi there. What's your name? Where you from?
I'm Kevin Gunn. I'm from Louisville, Kentucky, editor-in-chief of DarkKnightNews.com.
DarkKnightNews.com.
Yeah, we spoke to Davida and
Don't get him out. Security.
Alfred. We spoke to you all back in London. So, my question is, I love how Gotham goes back to previous seasons and, you know, right before the show comes on and touches on something that happened in season 1 or season 2. Hopefully we'll see more of that in season 3. And I wanted to know, speaking of which, will the Graysons come back?
We're not that we're
Somebody
aware
else
of.
might.
Yeah, I mean, one of the Graysons, Robin, the Robin that we know, she was pregnant. The Velasquez, no, hang on. She was pregnant. In the circus episode with Jerome, and presumably they're the Flying Graysons. Presumably that would be Robin in the tummy. So I don't know. We haven't touched on that yet, but it'd be interesting to see what happens.
Thank you, Sean.
Take your time, mate. No rush.
I wanted to say one thing. You mentioned about Gotham doing this thing where we introduce something in an early season and come back to it later season. Something like that major happens at the very beginning of season 4, and it's already been released, so I can say it. Scarecrow comes back.
Say that.
Yeah, Ben said it. Yeah. I'm clear with that one. Okay, no one's gonna say.
Don't write
David
cards
Mazouz
about it.
says Scarecrow.
But it is super creepy. It is super creepy. You guys are gonna have nightmares about
It's
that one.
I'm not joking,
it's
man.
full
It's like-
blast too. They
go
take
for
it
it,
all the
man.
way, and I'm really excited. for you
David,
guys to
with
see
your
it.
luck, they're gonna cut all the Scarecrow stuff they already shot.
Liar!
He said.
No more interviews. Done.
Go over here. What's your name? Where you from?
I'm Cole. I'm from Maryville. For my question, I'm just gonna say that it's my mom's birthday over there.
Where is she? Where is she? Hey, Mom! Stand up! Happy birthday! Let's give it up! We already sang to that person over there, so we can't do it again, but they will bring you some cake. Won't you? You. You're a good son.
My question was, have you ever had any injuries while filming Gotham?
Yeah, loads.
Oh yeah.
I've
Every other day.
Yeah, I stabbed myself in the eye, which was interesting. I was fighting this extremely large gentleman, African-American gentleman, called Cupcake, who weighed 380 pounds, but his stuntman weighed 390 pounds. And I insisted on doing my own fights and stunts, and he landed on my butt about 10 times, and that was interesting. I broke 2 ribs, and I chipped a fingernail.
And the last one hurt the most.
It's a killer.
What about that time you hurt your arm when we had that scene when I jumped on top of you?
That was really, shut up, dude. That was really embarrassing. I just smashed a computer up. So I did something weird to my arm. It's horrible.
You wouldn't know what it was, and for months he was complaining about it. Oh, Sean,
So
it wasn't even a
funny.
fight scene.
Wow, Davita's salty today.
I will tell you.
See what I'm going to deal with, mate?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Teenagers.
We good to go?
Why so serious?
Hi. Hey, so.
Oh wow, you look great.
Thank you.
I think I saw your shoes from like up there somewhere. Are you wearing those really cool white and purple shoes? Yup, it's you.
Yeah.
Nice shoes, man.
Thank you again. So I just wanted to talk about that excellent sequence in the carnival with Jerome. And in my opinion, it's probably the best thing Gotham has done. I just wanted to know what it was like to shoot all that, especially with his face coming off at the end.
Anybody else creeped out? I'm a little creeped out right now.
Go on.
The face was annoying, if I'm being honest. It just like everything was like, as we're gonna shoot this, and then Cameron's gonna spend 6 hours in the chair getting his face put on, and then we all just had to sit around. But it was great working with Cameron and those scenes. I think that was my favorite episode of Gotham yet, and for so many reasons. I mean, first of all, it was for Bruce. So much happened with his relationship with Alfred, with his vow to not kill, with his relationship with Jerome, that proto-Batman, proto-Joker. The first time you see that, and that was such a Batman-Joker moment. I'm so glad they had that put in there. And just in terms of the show, I think so much happened in that episode, and it was one of the most visually stunning episodes we've had. And what was the question?
Just what it was like to shoot it.
Oh right, it was great. I loved it.
I think that whole thing was all just a setup for that joke where Donald goes, well, at least you could say you punched the guy's face off. It's a very elaborate setup for that joke.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Over here, what's your name? Where you from?
Hello, my name is Fox.
What's up, Fox?
I'm from White House, Tennessee, and I have 2 questions. My first question is, do you celebrate after episodes or seasons?
It's a good question.
We try to. They try their hardest to stop us, actually. They sort of do interesting things like they'll throw a party, but they call us at 6 in the morning the next morning to do photo shoots for the next season. Thanks, guys. You know, I'll just have a glass of water, please. They've done that a couple of times. Yeah, but we do. We hang out together sometimes. We watch episodes together, like we said before. Toby comes like for him occasionally.
John is the best cook.
Very much.
Like better than Alfred. 100%. I've been telling Sean this for a while. I need to record him talking about food. It's just the most relaxing thing you'll ever hear. He just goes on, and it's just talks about the chicken and the spices
his
that
knives.
he puts
He loves
on
to talk about the
and
knives.
how he cuts it up, and oh, it's
Yeah.
just it's fantastic. I recommend it highly.
To answer your question, Fox, we don't have time after episodes to celebrate because we're going into the next, and a lot of times we'll shoot the end of one episode and the beginning of the next on the same day. It's called a tandem. But definitely at the end of the season, it's a marathon, man. It's 9 months, 9 days shooting per episode, and that's a long haul, especially for the crew. I mean, we eat bonbons and put cucumbers on our faces while we wait for them to lug all the stuff and do all the grunt work. And they're tough. Yeah, good question.
I can imagine because you guys shoot in the city, so you have a lot of things, a lot of obstacles that you have to work around when the filming is going on.
I gotta go to the bathroom, but I'm just gonna take this with me. So if you have any questions, I'll answer from the bathroom. I'm not even kidding. Can you still hear me? Okay. Next question. I'll try not to tinkle too close to the mic.
What's your other question, Fox? You had another one.
So my second question is, how do you tend to celebrate after seasons, and do you relax after seasons? Like, do you take a vacation?
Oh, it's so much better.
Drew is relaxing right now.
Between seasons, I actually go to school, so I don't get to relax much. This year I actually finished finals the week before. I got to go back for season 4, so that was slightly frustrating. But these guys did a vacation, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit of a weird one, this one, because they were very late announcing us. So we were sort of waiting on tenterhooks, but we did. We get a little break. But often what happens is you try and find work as well to do something different. And so you try and cram something in, like Robin's doing a movie at the moment. Corey's just done a film, he's doing a musical now. So you try and find something else, otherwise you just are Alfred for 12 months of the year, you know what I mean? So it's nice to try and do something else.
It's tough because it's only like 2.5 months that we have off, so it's a really small window.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, folks.
Hey, Drew, how do you relax? I think
Just flush, it's all good.
All right, cool.
Wash your hands.
Hang on, I just gotta wash my hands. Always wash your hands, boys and girls.
Hi, I'm Arjun from Brentwood, Tennessee.
Hey.
Yeah, remember me? Yeah.
Little brother.
So my question is towards David. I got a question. How do you manage your school life and your acting life? Because that seems like a really hard task to do.
Yeah, it's tough.
So much better.
Did everything come out okay? Glad to have you back.
Thanks, guys. Sorry.
Okay.
As you were saying.
Anyway, okay. Okay. So.
What's sign language for tinkle? Come on, really? That's brilliant. I mean, I would hope mine would be a little bit.
Okay, so basically, I go to school in Los Angeles. That's where I'm from. That's where I live. That's where home is, and the show shoots in New York. And so basically, when I'm in New York, I have a studio teacher that I'm basically doing one-on-one school with. So it's kind of like being homeschooled with my school's curriculum. And then whenever I'm back in LA, I go to school and I'm normal and just fit right back in. But it's tough. I have to, when I'm on set and I'm working, if we have a 10-minute break or a 20-minute break, I'll run upstairs and go to my schoolroom and have to do chemistry in between scenes. So it's really hard because you really don't. It's hard to shift gears like that so quickly and so many times throughout the day. But you know, do what you have to do.
But he does. It's very irritating because he's good at school as well. He's a grade A student.
He's brilliant.
And he goes off. He's brilliant. It's unbelievable. He learns lines. He looks at them once and he knows them. Then he goes off and does quantum physics upstairs, and then comes down and starts crying with me. So just bizarre. The guy's
all in a
genius.
day's work.
He really is. Big up for David Mazouz, by the way.
I think we have time for one more question. We've run a little bit over. So we'll end it with the Batman shirt.
Hi, I am Amelia from Alabama, and I was wondering if you could do a crossover with any other show, what would you?
Good question. Big Bang
Oh,
Theory.
I know. I like to do.
Bazinga, right? Am I right?
I really like my friend's show, Jason Isaac's in a show called OA. I'd like to do that with Batman, I mean with Gotham, with Master Bruce. Oops, spoiler alert. I'd like to do that. I think OA would fit really nicely with us.
I would like to see a Game of Thrones Gotham crossover. Right? I am House Wayne, and I will take the North.
Winter is here.
Right after I save Gotham.
Clearly, I think it's Real Housewives of New York.
You took mine.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I just want us to do a musical episode. That's all I want.
I know, man. I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Definitely do that.
Then we'd all like to see that, right? Should Gotham do a musical episode?
I'm really pushing for it.
Yes. It's never gonna happen, but let's just keep talking about it.
Keep tweeting it.
I love it.
Do you know those internet petition things? See if those actually work.
Let's do it.
Bruce Wayne, Bruce Wayne. Effort. Ivy, come over here. Let me smell your neck. Don't get off my hand. Don't get off my hand. And on and on and on like that. It kind of writes itself.
Well, thank you all so much for being up here. We can't wait for season 4. We
love you guys.
The cast of Gotham, everybody.
Thank you.
Everybody stay. We're gonna do
Don't move.
a mad selfie.
Ah, nice work.
In Nashville.
Thanks, guys.
The cast of Gotham, everybody. One more time.